What's going on, guys? I'm going to go over your CBQ 2.2 review. If I go too fast, go ahead and pause, or at the bottom on the settings gear, you can slow it down like you normally would on YouTube. So go ahead and use those tools if you feel like I'm going too fast for you. Alright, so let's go over number one. So which set of ordered pairs contain only points that are on the graph of function y equals 15 minus 4x. So basically, they want to know which one of these four sets of coordinates are all on the function or on this line. So basically, if we open up Desmos, right, and you type the function, that's too big. Let's go 15 minus 4x. So remember, this is in y equals, right? But in order to evaluate on Desmos, it's better when you put f parentheses x and you close it, and then equals 15 minus 4x. Alright? So then you can evaluate all these points right here. So I'm going to evaluate 2, 0, and 2. Oh, well, that already I can tell is wrong because this is not a function, right? 2 and 2. But let me show you how I would do it. So here I'm going to write f. I'm going to put f's on all of them already. So, oh, it's just 3. I just need 3. Okay, so I'm going to do f of x, f of x, x. Okay, so the first one we're going to replace with 2. So that gives me 7. So 2, 7, that's correct. Then I have 0, and that's 15, so that is incorrect. So A is incorrect. Alright, so let's look at B. So B first has 0, 0. Well, this is 15, so that's also incorrect. Let's look at C. So first we're going to start off with -4. Okay, 31, that is also incorrect. So let's check D. So D, I'm putting in -7. Remember, we're putting in our inputs. So -7 gives me 43. Good, that's correct. Okay, -2, that gives me 23, so that's also correct. And then one last one, 2, and that gives me 7. So all of these are actually points on the graph of 15 minus 4x. So D would be your correct answer. Alright, so let's go to number 2. Given f of x equals 9 times the quantity 2 minus x, what is the value of f of -10? So again, this is pretty straightforward. Just use Desmos, right? So all I'm going to do is change the actual equation to 9 parentheses 2 minus x close parentheses, right? And I'm looking for f of -10. Right now it's at -7, so I want -10. And it is 108. So yours would be positive 108. Alright. Number 3. The school band is selling candy to help raise money for new uniforms. This is the equation that relates the number of boxes of candy, B, to the profit, P. What is the minimum number of boxes that the band must sell in order to break even? have no profit or loss. So basically they don't want to make any extra money and they don't want to lose money, right? So again, open up Desmos. So we have, and instead of P and B, I'm just going to stick with F and X. Okay, so let me erase all of that. Okay, so I have 35x minus 7,000, right? So making no extra money and not losing any money, we want this to be 0, right? Because we don't want any extra and we don't want any debt. So I'm going to plug in all of my answer choices and see which one gives me 0. So if I plug in 100, that's negative 3,500, so that is incorrect. Let's plug in 200 boxes. Oh, that's 2,000. 200, and there it is, 0. But let me check the others just in case. So 700. Nope, that's not correct. 35. Yeah, that's also wrong. So 200 boxes. So they would have to sell 200 boxes in order to pay all their 7,000 off. Right? So let's go over to number 4. Okay. Students at a school will sell hats to raise money. There are some hats left over from last year, and 20 boxes of hats will be ordered this year. When the order arrives, the total number of hats the student will have can be determined using the function f of x equals 56x plus 26, where x represents the number of boxes ordered. If the number of hats per box changes so that the situation is modeled by the function h of x equals 38x plus 26, then how many fewer hats will the students have available to sell if they still order 20 boxes? Okay, so x represents the number of boxes, right? They want to know how many fewer hats will the students have available to sell if they still order 20. So they changed it. So I'm going to put in 2 functions. I'm going to, in Desmos. Okay, so I have, okay, let's do f of x equals 56x plus 26. Oh, it's supposed to be 56x plus 26. Alright, and I want to know if they order 20 boxes, how much they would have. Okay, so it would be 1146, so that would be for my first one, right? That would be 1146. Then, if they changed it to this equation, how much would there be? So let's do h of x equals 38x plus 26. Okay, so I need to check if they order 20. So h parentheses 20, and that's 786. Okay, and so they want to know how many fewer hats will the students have available to sell if they still order 20 boxes. So basically they want to know what the difference is between these two numbers. So I can plug that into Desmos. I can do 1146 minus 786. Oops, this is supposed to be 11. And it's 360. So 360 should be your answer. Oh. Alright, so let's look at number 5. Okay, I'm going to stop there on this video because 5 is writing equations. So this is the evaluating part, right? This is what we did when I was out, alright? So if you need help on the other questions, go ahead and go to that video.